Hey my loves, welcome and welcome to my channel. This is Rumbi Sweet if you're new on the channel, and thank you so much for tuning in. On this channel we focus on my journey as a single mom. I do vlogs, lifestyle vlogs, I do makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, I do brand campaigns, I do a lot of things. Trust me, there's always something for you to learn here. So if this sounds like your vibe, consider subscribing to the channel and share my videos with your loved ones. So in today's video, I wanna share some traveling essentials that I can take with me if it happens that I'm traveling today. So if this sounds like something you're interested, please do stick around and watch the video till the end. So the first thing that you need is obviously your passport or your national ID. This is my passport, this is my national ID. You also need obviously your bus ticket, your flight ticket, or whatever mode of transport you are using. So these are the most important things that you need for identification, okay? And then the second item is obviously your phone. This will keep you communicating with your loved ones, so you definitely need your phone. You will also need to have your charger, your cable. Good thing these days mabasa kawanda, they usually have my charging port, so you always have somewhere to charge your phone if your phone runs out of battery. You will also need a purse to put your phone, or maybe your bank cards, your money. Maybe you want to put some cash, so you definitely need a purse. You will also need your little sling bag, one you can put here or maybe on your wrist. Maybe probably need it to put your phone or your passport and your cash. That is all up to you. So this is my toiletry bag. It has all the toiletries that I'll need. So the first thing is my body wash. I'm gonna have to look for maybe something very small, because you don't want to carry a lot of things that are gonna be very heavy for your journey. So you probably need maybe somewhere to decant this body wash into a smaller container to avoid having lots of things and heavy things. And then you will need your toothbrush and toothpaste. You need your facial cleansers if you use facial cleansers, or bar soaps. That is all up to you. You will also need your facial creams, your serums, your sunscreen, depending on the products that you use. You definitely need your hygiene. Your intimate wash, I use this Gaina for my intimate parts. You will need this. You will also need your roll-on. You also need your body spray. Also need your night creams, your spot correctors, all the stuff that you need for your facial care. And then for your hair care, usually I usually need just this braid spray. This is not a braid spray, by the way, but I'm using it to spray my hair, so I definitely need like a braid spray. And then because my hair is getting old, let's say I'm traveling, then I'll also need this edge control to just like style my hair, make it look neat and stuff. And of course I would need like a little hairbrush, because I don't need a comb since I have my braids on. So it depends, like with your hairstyle and stuff. For my skincare also I need my tissue oil. I can't do without a tissue oil, honestly. And then you definitely need your hand sanitizer, because remember you're traveling, so you need to keep your hands clean all the time. And then personally I don't apply makeup if I'm traveling, so well, I don't really need makeup. But if I want to look put together and stuff, I just, like in today's video you can see that I'm wearing mascara and like a little eyeliner situation going on. So these are the two items that I need. I don't usually need much, but yeah, just for my eyes to pop up more, because you know makeup will like spoil your clothes and they'll look dirty and all of that, and it's just so uncomfortable, honestly, especially if you're traveling by bus. It's a no-no for me. So nah, I wouldn't recommend wearing makeup for whatever reason. But yeah, it depends. Hey, you obviously need your lip gloss or lip balm, and then for myself I need like, I have like my Vaseline in here, so I don't have to carry, let's say, like the whole bottle. It's gonna be heavy, so usually put in small containers like this. And then you definitely need your toilet paper, because you may never know. Good thing about, let's say you're traveling in South Africa, most of their toilets they have toilet paper, but you may never know. It's just good to be safe, hey. So in case maybe Shashata, but good thing is buses these days, I think they do have toilets. Maybe you're pressed or something and there's no toilet paper, and then you are good to go when you have your own toilet paper. So yeah, the other thing that I think that is so handy when traveling are baby wipes. If you don't feel like something heavy, you can always buy those small ones, but let's say you just want to be safe, you would definitely need this. And if you're someone who's wearing makeup, maybe when you're traveling and you want to take it off now because you don't feel comfortable, you can always have you can always use your baby wipes to take it off, wipe it so that you can sleep nicely and stuff. And then, because you don't know, things may happen during the journey, you always have to be safe. You should always have your panty liners. I don't like panty liners, but I feel like if you're traveling, these come in so handy, and you need to have your panty liners or tampons or pads. I don't know, but I prefer panty liners because they are very light and stuff. And I also need to travel with my multivitamins, just for my um, immune system. You always have to be consistent. If you're on like tablets, you always have to have your medication with you. I'm taking these, so definitely if I'll be traveling, then I will need this with me. So now we'll move to some extra stuff that you will need, before we move on to the type of clothing that you can take with, depending on the kind of journey you are on. I will take like my journal. This one is like my content creation journal. I always take it with me everywhere because I always love writing stuff, ideas, or maybe something I'm researching on. I always love to write it down and maybe peruse and stuff. If I have like content ideas, I always jot it because I will end up forgetting some stuff. I believe in writing things down, so definitely this is something that I'll need, because also it depends on how long your journey is. Maybe it's, let's say from here South Africa to Zimbabwe, that is a very long journey by bus, so you get bored. At least if you have maybe like a journal, you start writing and whatever, you know, you don't really get bored. And then I always travel, if I am traveling, I always travel with my Bible. I love this Bible, guys. It's so straightforward and the translation is easy to understand. It's a good news translation. I have a King James version, but yo, it's so difficult to understand. Those thou, shout, what ish. At times the vocabulary is so difficult. So I got this at church and I love it so much. It's just so straightforward. So, and it's very like portable. It looks like a journal, a notebook. So I love traveling with this kind of books. And of course you can travel with your journal. This is like my spiritual life journal. If I'm having like my quiet time, I write everything in here, so I also travel with it. And then I also travel with like my purse. This one has, it's a pencil case. It has all my pens, the highlighters inside, and so all the lip glosses, they stay in here. And lastly, on the extra items is your headsets. If you're gonna be traveling with your headsets, maybe you need to, then yeah. Also on the extra stuff, maybe you want to, you can also travel with like your what do you call this, power bank. I don't have a power bank, so I won't be mentioning that, but I think it's very essential in case maybe your phone run out of battery and stuff. And then on outfits and very important things that you need, um, you definitely need to travel with a small blanket, because let's say you're traveling right now in South Africa, it's spring, it's still a little bit cold, it's not yet summer. Even when it's summer, you know, like during the night it's very cold, so you need like a small blanket to just keep yourself warm. um, Whether it's summer or winter, I believe in traveling with my jacket, because you don't want to feel cold. Even though buses these days, they are very, you know, things have changed and they've developed and stuff, but you have to be safe, because what if the aircon is not working that night and you start freezing? It's always good to be safe, you know. So always have your jacket. This one is kind of a heavy jacket, it's a winter jacket, it's not yet hot in summer. So if you'll be traveling in South Africa right now, you definitely need something very warm. Of course, you need like your clothes depending on the kind of trip you're going for. Maybe a small jersey as well to wear during the day, or maybe when you're feeling cold, then you wear that one, the bomber jacket, your top, and some comfortable track pants. On the clothing, you also have to pack obviously your panties, underwears, your towels. Some of these you don't really have to show them like in the videos, but you know, it's just so obvious. And depending with the time of the year, like in South Africa, I said it's still a bit cold. If I'm traveling right now, I'll definitely need a hot water bottle, because let's say I'm sleeping somewhere, then I have to keep myself warm. It's always good to have your hot water bottle with you. On the accessories, you definitely need to travel with your jewelry box, because this will help your jewelry to keep safe, like, you know, because there's a zip here, so all your jewelry will be very, very safe. So I would really advise you to have something like this. I bought this in Temu. That's really, really cheap and it's really nice. The color is nice and so strong. The mixture is also nice. So maybe when you reach your destination and it's a bit hot, you definitely need to have your sunnies, just to keep your eyes safe, and you know, for the vibes. For the vibes also. And also, like, if I want to like look a bit like a corporate babe, I usually go for these fashionable glasses, these kind of glasses. It depends like with your trip, but yeah, it just depends. You should always have your sunnies. Also, obviously, if you're traveling, you also need to have your snacks. Like maybe energy bars, some chips. I don't know, it depends with you. Some water and maybe some chewing gums, just to keep your breath fresh. And I'm not yet sure. Let's say I'm traveling. I don't know, like if I'll be getting using like a big bag like this or not. That depends, honestly, because you don't want to have like too much luggage. You end up forgetting things. So it's always safe to carry less things. The last item you need when you're traveling is obviously your traveling bag, something very small. Well, it depends for how long you're going for. Maybe you need something like a suitcase. Maybe if you're traveling for a few days, then you don't really have to get a suitcase, honestly. You just need something, a small bag to put everything, your toiletry bag and your clothes inside. So yeah, these are all the items that I will be taking with me if it happens that I'm traveling. That is something that I will take with me. Comment down below if you have extra stuff that you want us to know that you would take with if you are traveling. Let's share in the comments. And this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned one or two. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, like the video, share it with your loved one, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bells so that you get notified every time I share a video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and bye.
No limits. Made a fine girl from